Los Angeles this morning. Stephen A. Smith gets up early with us. They're 29 minutes away from First Take. Steve, thank you again. And so let's just start right there at the top. Many people will look at this and say the Lakers championship window closes last night. How do you see it?
I don't see it closing. I don't see it as closing. I see it as closed. It's over.
Over?
No, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are not winning another championship in the LeBron James, Anthony Davis era, in my opinion. Because I think Klay Thompson's coming back. Utah isn't going anywhere. Jokic and Denver are not going anywhere. Michael Porter is elevating before our very eyes, and Jamal Murray is coming back. This is a perimeter-oriented game, and up-tempo, and the Lakers were relatively slow this year, and they didn't have strong shooting, and I don't know where they're going to get it. The combination of that, along with the fact that Brooklyn is staying together for at least another year or two, Philadelphia and Milwaukee are coming, and Father Time and LeBron James are coming closer to one another, reaching an accord. Certainly, I think that he can drop 25 a night in his sleep. He's number 2 as far as I'm concerned on my all-time list. I'm not taking anything away from him. I certainly don't blame him for what transpired in this series against the Phoenix Suns. It was about the durability of Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis were healthy, I believe the Los Angeles Lakers would have won this series. But he wasn't. But 20% of the time, he hasn't been available. And for those out there that are going to get into it, because you know if you're critical of today's players, Greeny, we understand. It's not just about basketball. It's got to be about something else. You're talking about the family. You're talking about their personal life. You're talking about everything just because you said, excuse me, they got problems playing the game of basketball for whatever reason. Let me put Anthony Davis on notice right now. When healthy, you are one of the top 5 players on the planet. No one with basketball sense would question the greatness of Anthony Davis as a player. He is a champion on a collegiate level. He is a champion on the NBA level. When he's healthy in the postseason, the brother averages 30-plus on better than 50% shooting. He is that lethal, and he's a defensive presence as well. The problem is his availability. He has not always been available. He certainly wasn't available the last 3 games of this series. And because of that reality is why the Los Angeles Lakers lost. And so now moving forward, with the game being what it is, based and predicated on guard play, perimeter shooting, pushing the ball up and down the floor, etc. The bottom line is, can you rely on a relatively frail Anthony Davis to be that dependable, reliable presence for you? The answer would be no. And if you can't rely on him, that means you have to rely on LeBron, who will be 37 years of age, entering his 19th season in the NBA. And you think that's going to knock off these young Lions that are coming? I don't think so. The Lakers' best chance to get another title in L.A. in the LeBron James era was this season. It didn't happen. I think it's over.
Okay, so Stephen A., what makes you great is that you are not just an opinionist, but also an insider. And so my question to you then is this. If LeBron and Anthony Davis cannot do this themselves, is there something they can do this offseason, someone realistically they can acquire that will reopen that window?
I genuinely don't know the answer to that question. You've got Kyle Lowry that's going to be available, and he's an experienced, savvy point guard who knows how to run a basketball team and can hit perimeter shots. But he might cost you about $25 million a year. I don't know what's going to be the case with that. Remember, the Los Angeles Lakers, money was an issue. That's the reason why Dwight Howard and a JaVale McGee were both gone, and a Rondo ended up departing. Remember, in football, what did we love about what we saw this offseason? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady, who won a Super Bowl championship, kept all 22 starters. That's what we raved about them. The Los Angeles Lakers did the opposite. Gone is Dwight Howard. Gone is JaVale McGee. Gone is Rajon Rondo. And in this place, you get Dennis Schroeder, who thought he was worth $100 million and now might struggle to get 50, especially when you put a donut up in Game 5. You've got a Montrezl Harrell, who is the reigning 6th man of the year until Jordan Clarkson obviously won it a few weeks ago. Montrezl Harrell was the 6th man of the year. You got him. That was one of the reasons Dwight Howard departed. And you're Frank Vogel, the coach, and somehow, some way, knowing the fragility of an Anthony Davis, you don't prep Montrezl Harrell to be ready to go for this team in the postseason time, and you got him averaging 6 minutes a game in the first-round series. That's just deplorable. And so when you look at it from that perspective, we don't know what the Lakers are going to be able to get. What we do know is that no matter who they get, it's not going to negate the fact that LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the cornerstones of this franchise. And one is unreliable because of his health, and the other is great and reliable as he is and may be. He's 37. He'll be 37 in his 19th year in the NBA. Have you seen who's playing around this league and what the hell they're doing? How the hell are you going to sit up there and rely on that? I don't think you can. It's over. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.